Hey everybody, it's Cash Money Carl, one of your co-hosts of the Move the Mic Stand comedy podcast, and I'm here to tell you about this week's sponsor, minigolfreviews.com, a website dedicated to all things miniature golf. They even post a new mini golf hole every single day, and currently are building the National Archive of Mini Golf, so check it out at minigolfreviews.com. Now enjoy the show.
For season 4, let the vibes ignite. We're Dean and Cash Money, we're taking flight. Grab your mic and join us, feel the energy rise. In a world of ideas, we'll reach for the skies. Motivation flowing, let's set the tone. Move the mic stand, unleash your dreams. With Bain and Cash, nothing's as it seems. We're crafting our journey, so come along in the season 4. Together we're strong.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Move the Mic Stand comedy podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Cash Money Carl, and with me, as always, my best friend forever, Mr. Dean Berg.
Yo, hey, what's going on, everybody?
He sounded so AI there. Like, oh, Dean can't make it this week. I had to get a Dean robot.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Would you like me to continue the podcast? I can talk about...
See, that's the weird thing, though, right? Because, like, AI wouldn't be trying to do, like, hello, my name is Dean Berg. It would try to, like, mimic you as close as possible, but it would just have something off. It wouldn't have the gurgle. We would know.
No, it probably would, but it would be like... No, it would like vocalize it.
Hello, I'm Mr. Gurgle.
It would be like, hello, I am Dean Berg, and... No, it would be like, I am Dean Berg, and gurgle sound. But, you know.
You're right.
Yeah.
That was amazing that you were just able to kind of summon it.
I can kind of feel it, and then if I just relax and let it go, it does it.
I know, but the timing of that was the best timing of any comedy thing ever.
Nice. Yeah, especially because it was a fairly uncontrollable body function.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that you were able to like recognize it and somehow,
and it does have a lot to do with carbonated beverages. Like the heavier something. If I'm drinking water, probably won't have a gurgle at all. But like if I'm drinking the sparkling ice lifesaver thing today, I don't have a grill in mine.
A cherry donut.
Yeah. So we started this evening off in what ended up being a bonus episode. It was pretty much an entire Mavericks moment episode. We'll release it later, but probably for the first 8 to 10 minutes of a 20-minute thing. He had turned the microphone off. We did sound check. Everything was good. And somewhere in there, I didn't notice he turned the microphone off.
Yeah, who's sneaky. Yeah.
I think he saw me turn it on.
Yeah, and it still picked up all right, but you can definitely tell, like...
Yeah, so when we release that one, we'll put a disclaimer at the beginning to let everybody know that the sound will come on, and it will come on aggressively. Because he was a much different Maverick than other ones, where he's just like, hi...
Yeah,
red.
I'm not gonna like.
We're not gonna spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I will say it's probably our most explicit episode we've ever had.
It was.
It was insane, and it was hilarious. It was.
It was fun, and it was funny, and I wanted it to be a more constructive discussion that he had gone to Monster Jam.
We just said we weren't gonna spoil it. Now you're giving it away.
No. I mean, that's just kind of it's Maverick talking about being at Monster Jam. That's what it is.
For 20 minutes, yeah.
For like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And I know that sounds like, oh my God, I don't want to listen to it.
No,
but you do want to listen to it. It was funny.
It was funny, yeah. And he started off like, hi.
Hi, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Who's that over there? Cash. You know, like just kind of answering questions. And then, I don't know, he just all of a sudden...
He kicked it on.
Yeah, he even went on a rant. Several.
Yeah, like a Bill Burr rant.
Even. Yeah, like crazy. They were pretty strong rants. It was interesting. And then, again, not to give it away, but when I said, okay, we're all done now. let's go in the house and tell mommy everything you talked about. And he walked in and he told her some of the things he talked about. And she was like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, yeah, he did. He talked about it.
Yeah, wait till that one goes available for people to listen to.
Yeah, so I don't know if because it's a bonus episode, we'll release a normal episode, and then that'll just be like a bonus. We'll release 2 that week.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be like
Or
with the
2
finale,
or 2 that
probably
evening.
before then. But I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to figure it out. But
I mean, with Monster Jam being, that last weekend in March. If we release it in May, people will be like, Monster Jam wasn't here. But
that's the lead. That's the last detail I think they're going to care about in that episode.
Yeah,
honestly, I think we'll figure out something to do with it, but we'll make it special, because But that was a lot of fun. So,
and then we do have to kind of clean it up a little bit because there's a few spots of pretty dead air that people might not know what's going on just because he was distracted by snacks or
unless
beverages.
you're into like ASMR of toddler breathing, I guess. It was just
At one point he put his mouth like right up to the microphone like this and just sat there and was just like
for a good minute or 2. And he had that like energy. He was like, "Yeah, I have something to say," but then he was like,
it sounded like he was getting ready to say something. Like he had that look on his face, like he was about to say something very profound, but then he didn't.
I don't know. I think it was.
I think
it was pretty profound.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so keep an eye out for that bonus episode.
Yeah, for sure.
I finally watched Sam Hell Goes to Frogtown. After a year of your recommendations.
I was watching it again this weekend because it has been a little while since I seen it. I still enjoy it.
All right, so I'll say it right here. It is a great bad movie.
Yeah.
You nailed it with that.
Yeah, it's a good bad movie.
It does not make any sense.
Nope.
I have more questions.
Yeah.
Than before I watched it.
Right.
And
well, at the beginning when it starts off and he's like at a doctor's office in the hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, you have the highest sperm count we've seen.
Ever.
Yeah, you impregnate women everywhere you go.
Yeah, to me, I feel like the whole movie was like, Roddy Piper's just like, I'm not getting enough with the chicks. They got to know that I'm such a stud.
Right. It did kind of seem like that.
And then it's like, every moment that he can, it's like, we need your magic wiener to save humanity.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't think you deserve the magic wiener. Every time.
Right.
He's like, I don't want to do it. And it's just like, where are these people here? Like, just, it's the entire world. And there's a Frogtown for whatever reason. But then it's like, we've heard the story of your wiener. And it is magical.
Right.
Let us have your magical wiener!
You impregnate every woman you're with. Every time. And there's a lot of talk about fertility.
Yeah.
And like, oh, she's very fertile right now.
This moment. I still like, though, when you had introduced it to me, your favorite quote from the movie. Yeah. Shut your hole!
Yeah.
I just like how it's like, he basically was like saying, shut the F up.
Right.
But like, the sing-songy of it was like...
Yeah.
Like,
well,
just
and
like,
then you're watching like
serious at all.
The frog puppet looking thing because it was before like CGI or AI, so it's an actual
person in a puppet. I thought they were actually pretty good.
No, they were good.
Yeah, I thought
but
they were pretty
it's just
good.
the way he moves his mouth too. He's
Right.
like, "Shut your hole."
Yeah, very theatrical though. But like every time it was something that was supposed to be like very aggressive.
Yeah.
It was like in that sing-songy.
Right.
Like what was it? The three snakes. The king guy or King Toady or whatever.
Yeah, Toady spelled Toty.
Oh, I hated that. Why did because I always have subtitles on because I just want to make sure I'm keeping up with what's going on.
Right.
And I saw that they spelled it and it's Toady and it's Toty. And I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. Well, and then another part that I saw when I was watching it that I was just like, oh yeah, that part where he's like with this chick and she's naked, pretty much. and the one lady from like the military comes in or whatever and is like, "Corporal, you are out of uniform."
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good line. But but both were from the military. But one was,
they both were.
I know, but the one was more scientist.
Yeah.
And that part was just all weird. It was like, we have a mission, but first
we must impregnate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
No. You just made it sound like they were impregnating Sam.
No. Yeah, I know.
First, you must impregnate me before we can proceed with our mission.
Right.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Which seems counterproductive if you're going to go on a mission,
right,
and be pregnant.
Hi, Gurgle.
And die.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're going on a deadly mission. So,
yeah. Right.
But no, it was a good movie. I'm glad I did watch it, but it definitely was a great bad movie.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I gotta watch more. So
I enjoy a good bad movie over like an Oscar nominated movie. Like I like those too. I enjoy them. Sometimes
but, I'm like, I don't know what these people are smoking to figure out that this is what.
And a lot of times the good bad movies, you have to watch them once and then go back and watch them again. And what's really funny is the first time you see it, you're like, that was garbage. That was trash. I wasted my time. But then all of a sudden, something pulls you back in and you watch it again.
I don't like the little glimmer in your eye right now.
Yeah, because I can tell I'm like, you're going to watch it again, Carl.
Yeah, and I feel like you're going to make me watch it again.
No, I'm not going to make you.
No, I know, but you're setting me up to be like, oh, maybe I'm just missing something, so I have to watch it again. And I'm going to find it's going to be like worse than, like to me, like, damn it, Dean, you got me.
Well,
you got me.
When you asked me, like, okay, give me some other movies to watch, and I told you to watch The Room.
Yeah.
And I said you could watch it on YouTube.
Yep, I have to still watch that.
That's not where it, like, it's, I have the Blu-ray DVD. It's one of my cherished possessions. Or Blu-ray/DVD combo, I should say. And I like to watch it in that format, because the funny thing about that movie is Tommy Wiseau, the guy who, like, made the whole movie, wrote the script and everything, nobody knew where he got his money, and they thought he was laundering it through, like, some Dutch mafia or something. I think it was Dutch. But he recorded the whole movie, like, in some super HD, like 4K or whatever, which back when he recorded it, there was nothing that could play
that
back.
format, yeah.
So everybody's like, why are you recording it with such, like, high... And he's like...
The future.
It needs to be the best kind of thing, you know, like Tommy Wiseau himself is just a interesting guy. And I've talked about him before. It'd be awesome. I should try to get him on the podcast. I bet I could.
All right,
I bet I could do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
Right,
he's probably gonna be like, I'll do it for $3,000. I want $3,000.
Is that how he talks?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like like you like the whole movie. He's just he doesn't fit like. It takes place in San Francisco, and he just doesn't fit, and the dialogue is just so bad. It's fun. It's good.
All right, where do you rank it versus Sam Hell Goes to Frogtown?
Top.
So this is
top.
the best bad movie ever.
Yes.
Well, then I don't know if I want to watch it next. Like I need some build up to it, right?
One that I was going to give you that I kind of forgot, and it's bad, but it doesn't fall into like the same reason it's bad. I guess it just falls into because it's absurd, kind of.
Okay.
Is Deep Blue? It's newer.
I think I've heard of it. It's a shark one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen it?
No, but I think I've seen TikTok clips of stupid the sharks like.
They're supposed to be like they're supposed to be like the CGI is kind of bad, but the I can't remember the premise anymore. Like if they're smart sharks or what the deal is. I think they're smart. But one of the parts that makes it so bad, and it's on the DVD extra features, is LL Cool J's in the movie.
Okay. And
he does like a music video for it. And the whole thing is he's just like, deeper, bluer, my head is like a shark's fin. Deeper, bluer, my head is like a shark's fin. and it's like, what is this? But honestly, I learned how to make an omelet from that movie. Because he's a chef in the movie. He's actually the coolest character in the whole movie.
Part of his name, so it makes sense.
Yeah, LL Cool J. But he's trying to make a legacy because he thinks he's going to die. And this is before, there's like TikTok influencers and all that stuff. So he just sets up a video camera and he starts recording himself in the kitchen. And he's just like, hi, my name is, and I don't remember what his name is. And he's like, today, I'm going to teach you how to make the best omelet ever. And he's like, you got to start with 3 eggs. Don't use any more than 3. And, and he's like doing this thing, and he's like, and don't add milk to the eggs. Beginning chefs do this, and that's a mistake. And so I was like, okay, I won't add any eggs, milk to the eggs. And
So you followed his steps to the T, and
and I make some pretty sweet omelets, I think.
Right.
And that's where I got the recipe from, because until then I was like, I don't know how to make an omelet.
All right, well, I want an omelet.
And he makes it without an omelet pan too. That's what I do. I don't need an omelet pan.
Omelet pan?
Haven't you ever seen those? I'm not even sure how you really use them. They look like 2 half semicircles, separated in the middle by like a hinge.
Okay.
And I think what you're supposed to do, you start to cook it on one side, and then you put all your stuff in it, and then you have like some cooking on the other side, maybe, and then at some point you fold it over, and then cook it on each side, and somehow it forms into an omelet. Or maybe you just do one side, and then it helps. It's a better way to flip it. You don't have to need a spatula. I don't know. I had one. No fucking clue how it worked. I tried to make it all the time, and I could never do it. And then I just watched Deep Blue, and
now you're an omelet master.
Now I can make some pretty bomb-ass omelets.
I want an omelet.
Yeah. And they're dense.
Dense.
At 3 eggs. He's like, the perfect omelet starts with 3 eggs. No more, no less. Yeah, it's...
So if you ever meet LL Cool J, are you going to ask him about it? That scene?
I'm going to tell him. He taught me how to make an omelet. And he probably will be like, what?
All right, now that's got to be one of our goals. We got to figure out, some convention that he's going to be at. And just...
Well, he might not be doing anything. Maybe we'll get him on the podcast, too. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
$3,000.
Yeah.
$3,000. Or dollars.
Well, yeah, because just Tommy Wiseau, just how he talks. I'd have to watch the movie again to get it down really good.
Okay.
But the roof scene is epic. In that movie when they're up on the roof. And,
okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. You don't have to. All right. You're overselling right now. You sold me. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
All right. We should do one of our new segments that we were doing for season 4, which is picking a local comic of the week.
Yes.
Do you have somebody in mind?
Jordan Bain.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Jordan Bain, he's a relatively new comic. I don't think he's been doing it for more than 3 years. Probably maybe his second year. I don't know. But I remember first seeing him, and he just was had this infectious laugh and energy. And he's been working so hard this last year, and his level has improved a ton. And I don't know. I agree with you on that. He's just getting out there and getting everywhere. What's going on?
We have nothing running in here, but do you hear that?
Yeah.
What is that?
The sonic boom?
Just the earth spinning?
No, I don't know.
It's just like a...
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's life. I don't know. Dean's freaking out. He's
I know what it is. It's the air conditioner outside. Once I took my headphones off.
Whoa. Air conditioner?
Yeah, it's probably on.
What?
I don't know.
It's 60 degrees.
Yeah. The house is all year round at 69, 68.
So that would be a heater.
Maybe it's a heater. Usually the heater isn't that thing running out right outside the studio.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay. Yeah. All right.
But
yeah, Jordan Bain.
Yeah, Jordan Bain. Yeah, no, I think he's really improved recently. I think he's found his voice. Mm-hmm. And he's been on a couple shows, paid shows. He's been at Skyline for a couple things. A couple specialty showcases.
He got his first shot closing the mic.
Yep.
And in the last month or so.
Yep. And he's hosting for Mark Yaffe and...
I can't think of the other guy's name, but
yeah.
Mark Yaffe, at least, he had reached out to us a couple of years ago when we were running our mic at the Hive.
The Hive, yep.
And we were trying to get him to the timing to work where he could do be our headliner for one of our showcases. It just never worked out before they closed. So
yep.
But yeah, I mean that's cool though. I don't know, some kind of full circle there with us at least.
Yeah.
But
Yep. I was going to say before, too, when Maverick was on, I'm finding more and more that toddlers are really frightening. Like when you live with them and deal with them every day. Because remember, maybe last year, I told you about Riker. I think it was Riker. Or was it Maverick? One of them said something about an alien. Remember that?
Yeah.
Happened again this weekend.
Oh, with who? With
Riker.
Who? Okay.
I went down in the basement. Riker's 2.
Yeah.
And I went down in the basement because I was using the bathroom down there.
Your Pittsburgh toilet?
Nope, it's a normal toilet. But it's the people who built this house put carpeting in there.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared. Jess was like, "Oh, we should pull that up and take it out." And I'm like, "No, I don't know what's under there." And there's been a couple of times like Maverick would run down there and like lay on the floor because you know how toddlers like think if they lay down and don't move, you can't see them like we're all T-Rexes or something.
Yeah.
He would do that, and I'm like, "Dude, get up! There's poop on the floor. There's gotta be," because I don't know a single toilet in this country that at one point in time has not overflown.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and so it went straight into the carpet. Maybe they steam cleaned it, maybe not. But anyways, I was using that bathroom. I mean, you know, there's a certain aspect of it that, you know, is instead of walking on a cold bathroom floor and early in the morning, it's carpeted and whatever, but it's gross. Anyway, I was using that bathroom, and I left the door open so that, because Riker came down with me. Him and I were home, just us, because Jess and Maverick were gone to Monster Jam. And so he ran off into the playroom, because we have like a little living space down there, like a living room kind of thing. It's pretty big, actually, but they kind of use it more as a playroom. And so he went running into the playroom, and he stopped immediately at the door. And he was like, "Alien! Hi, alien!" Gone. And then I was like, "What?" And I walked in there, and I was like, "Why did you say alien?" And he was like, "Alien!" And he was just like pointing at the middle of the room. And I'm like, "Is the alien there now?" "No." And I'm like, Jesus freaking Christ.
I think you have to put your house on the market.
Well, I'm like, why are the aliens coming in my basement? Because it was either, I think it was Maverick last time that like was like, "Alien." Well, bye.
You never saw the latest season of Stranger Things, did you?
Yeah.
You did or you didn't?
I did.
So it's kind of like the Mr. Smiles or whatever his name is.
I suppose.
It's kind of weird.
It is. And bringing Bashar back.
Holy cow, what a deep cut.
He disappeared for a little bit. And I was like, "Where's Bashar?" He's back now. And he's talking again. And he's talking about aliens are going to arrive in 2027. Like, they weren't going to come because just they knew the timeline was going to go one of two ways. Had to do with the election. And if it went a certain way, and he said this months before the election, that we would be close to the brink of World War III.
Jeez.
But the other way would lead to open contact sooner. But now Bashar has said that they're going to come in 2027 before World War III breaks out. And they're going to come in ships. And the only reason they're coming in ships is because it's more comforting to us than them just appearing in our living rooms. And then I was like, "What the don't have to come in my living room.
Yeah.
My playroom downstairs."
You know what's up, so that's why they're visiting.
Probably. I've been having some weird dreams anyway. But but even like Maverick the other day, like he was sleeping, and like sometimes kids do stuff. Like Riker the other day was sleeping, and he's just waving at the wall. Hi. You know, I'm like, okay, he's dreaming. Not a big deal. Maverick the other day, because we have like the little baby cameras in the room, and then we connect the app and whatever, and you can just hear what's going on. I came home from a show, and he's in his room, and I crawl into bed. I'm starting to get comfortable, and then I hear like this language. I don't know. You know, it's like on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, like Kalima. You know, like it was it was something like that. It was like he was like Pong Chala Palaka Chano Pana Chalaka Ho 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 Chinga Bawa Toshnaka.
It definitely sounds Star Wars.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is he saying? And who's he talking to? You know, and then...
And is he doing a collect call?
Right, and I'm like, am I paying for this?
Yeah.
Like, is this going to show up on my bill?
Yeah.
On my cell phone? Like, what's going on? And he's just like making all these weird... But it's in a toddler voice, but like an angry one. Like,
no.
Like it was almost like Klingon, like...
Is that actually Klingon?
No, I don't know Klingon.
Okay.
That Star Trek Trekkies are going nuts. Like, that's not Klingon, that's Ferengi, you know, or whatever. I don't know. But it was just like this broken kind of. And I'm like, what language is that?
We should see like doing that in front of like AI and see if we can figure out if like there's something to it. You just uncovered a dead language.
It's a portal opens up and some weird asses start walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, toddlers are scary.
All right.
At least mine are. There's a new Gorilla Mine latte flavor coming out this week. Well, it'll be out by the time this episode is. But I don't know if it's like a special edition or what, but it's like a young latte. It's like a... What do you call that? A collaboration with like young LA. I don't know who that is.
Sure.
Like
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either, but it's like some kind of a latte version. So
we should get one just to try it, but I'm skeptical. I'm a little skeptical. I mean,
really if
like
it's actually coffee, and it's like if it's like right now, like they're low sugar, no calorie,
right,
minimal
but
calorie.
That's why I'm a little skeptical because
No
I don't
sugar.
really like the low sugar,
Well,
sugar type coffee things.
Well, right, but I hope it at least has coffee in it, not like it's coffee flavored.
Yeah,
you know, because they
weird
don't.
chemical.
The flavors, I believe, are all clear. Like there's no dyes or anything like that. You know, so. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get that or any other supplements or any other of the energy drinks, GorillaMine.com/20. Use code 20. That's GorillaMine.com/20. Use code 20. And do it.
Nice.
Do it now!
All right, should we do a comedy tip and then wrap it up?
Yeah.
We're just doing a couple short
Yeah,
micro
we're doing
episodes.
We got kind of a lot of stuff going on. Schedules are starting to hit kind of hard. A lot of shows coming up. I just did a show last Sunday. Maybe I'll talk about it on another episode. Maybe the next one.
Sure. We were talking pre-show about an interesting idea, and we're not really sure how to necessarily phrase this as a comedy tip, but we're seeing a lot of
it happening.
Newer comics, especially,
right?
Just name dropping,
name dropping,
like it does something for them, but it's not
right. They're name dropping some of the more established comic names, sometimes just by first name.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it's just strange because like everybody would know who they're talking about.
Yeah, I was just hanging out with Bert.
I heard somebody talking off in the distance.
Yeah, it was Bert.
I'm
just hanging out with Bert, which meant
talking about
bought a ticket to Bert Kreischer's show, not the...
Yeah, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
You know, and Bill this, Bill that, blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's just weird. Like,
say their full name or say Mr. Burr.
Well, and I guess it to, at least to me, I don't know about other established and more out there comics, it just kind of has a negative connotation, and especially if like you're dropping the name of maybe comics that have been around, but maybe they're not
mainstream.
No. I just mean like you probably don't know everybody well enough to just drop names. I don't.
Well, I just think the name drop thing, and to compare them like they're equals is really weird.
It is really weird.
Like the way you just said, like, oh, Bill said this. I don't think you are.
If I go up to Bill
established
Burr,
enough to say that you can on the same plane of mindset of Bill.
And it's like they're trying to make it sound like they've been in the same room, they've had conversations. Because we'll talk about Rick Diaz, and we'll say Rick.
Yeah.
You know, Rick this, Rick that, blah, blah. But he knows us. I can text him right now.
Right.
You know, and he'll be like, hey, what's up, Dean? You know, like, we have an established rapport with them. And I don't know. I guess I don't. It's just weird. So I would just be careful about the name dropping, especially if you're newer. I get you're trying to, you know, feel established. And there is a point, and I was there too, where, you know, I don't know. It's almost like the sophomore. I don't know what the next word would be. I'd have to think about it a little bit more. But it's almost like when you get around that 2-year mark and you're starting to do a lot of mics, people are starting to recognize you. Maybe you're getting on paid shows, people you know, stuff like that. Not all comics do this. But I think I kind of did it too, where you start to feel like you're starting to feel on top of the world and you're really getting addicted to comedy.
Right.
And you're almost like thinking you're bigger than you are, you know? And that can be off-putting to a lot of people who are really grinding, working hard.
Well, I mean, they do say fake it till you make it a little bit.
But you got to know where the line is.
Yeah, you got to have that balance. Yeah. So, like, we all know everyone's got a little bit of puffery for themselves.
And you kind of have to, because a lot of this is marketing and getting yourself out there.
But at the same time, too, like a joke is an exaggeration of things. You don't really want your actual, like, credits and establishing your reputation as that exaggeration. If you have it, use it, but like, don't overinflate something that's not what it is.
Right. And be real about it too. You know, like I've opened for like Craig Gass from Howard Stern show, stuff like that. Great
Family Guy, yeah.
Family Guy, great impersonationist, whatever. And you know, great impressionist, great voiceover guy. You know, I don't know that he would remember me. You know, because I was so new.
And he works with a lot of people.
You know, that if I was just like, oh, Craig this, Craig that, you know, hey.
Yeah, it would be a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be weird. You know, I don't know, maybe next time he's around, maybe he'll see me like, oh, hey, buddy. You know, like maybe I look familiar, but I have no clue. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like I've established that connection with him.
Right.
You know, and I was kind of talking about this a little bit, too, on the ride home. I think it was either ride home or the show with Craig Allen, and we were talking about all these connections that we've made and people that, you know, have said like, hey, yeah, I want to get you on another show, blah blah blah, and we've talked to them, and then you text them and maybe they text you back a bunch of times, and I'm talking like household names, and then all of a sudden you start texting them or talking to them, and then ghosts, you know, like crickets. And you know, so sometimes you might think you're closer to a comic than you really are, and maybe you were for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they just get too busy, they get whatever, you know, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Because I've got a couple like that, but then I've got guys like Rick or Joe. See, I can do that. Rick Diaz, Joe Stapleton, you know, Bobby Lee. No, I'm just kidding.
We can't. I mean, we did that in like what was it, season 2 of naming, like how we got our name, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know Bobby, so like
no, Joe does.
It's weird. It was weird for us to do that for like the 5 episodes that we always brought it up.
Yeah.
But Joe is our connection there.
Yeah.
And it was fun for the moment or whatever. But like like it's not really.
Yeah. If I saw Bobby Lee right now, he wouldn't be like, "Oh, hey, Dina." I've never met him. He's never met me. It
would be weird if he did say, "Hey, Dean."
Yeah.
Actually,
he might just say hi to me, and I'll be like, "Who are you?" Have I seen you before? Do I know you? No, I'm kidding.
All right. Well, I think that wraps
it up for this
week. So
we're keeping them short.
Yep. All right. So I'm Cash Money Carl.
I am Dean Berg.
And we are Move the Mic Stand Comedy Podcast. And we will catch you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Tape Deck Media production. Thank you for listening.